Hi, I'm a peanut butter expert, and in today's video we're going to be testing cheap versus expensive peanut butter. Let's get started. Both of these peanut butters are natural peanut butters. They don't contain any icing sugar or hydrogenated vegetable oils, so it's a fair comparison. This cheap peanut butter costs $3.50 for 750 grams, whereas this expensive peanut butter costs $350 for 80 grams. So let's hope it's worth it. The reason why this is so pricey is because it's handcrafted, Venezuelan, triple roasted, aged for 10 years peanut butter. So a lot of steps went into making this peanut butter. And the cheap peanut butter is of course President's choice. First, let's start with the smell test. I'm getting a very nutty smell and also kind of like a roasted aroma. It smells really good though. Next, the cheap one. Oh, this one has a nutty smell, but in a bad way. The expensive one wins the smell test for me. You probably noticed that there's a lot of oil separation on the top of the cheap peanut butter. And it didn't always used to be like this. But as farmers have crossbred varieties of peanuts to get, maximum yields, the fat content in peanuts has actually gone up from 26% to 56%, which is quite a lot more. According to a 2020 study, oil separation is the #1 factor in consumer hesitancy to buying peanut butter. However, if you buy more expensive peanut butter, they are mixed better and don't have that oil separation issue. As a peanut butter expert, the color of peanut butter is very fascinating to me. And you've probably noticed that these peanut butters have a very different color to them. This aged one has more of a burnt orange color, while this cheap one has more of a beigey sandy color. Us peanut butter experts use a color scale to categorize different types of peanut butter. This is called the Rebel scale, and it starts off at a sandy beigey color and works its way up to a burnt orange or dark amber color. It's a 5-color chart, and a good rule of thumb is for every 3 years a peanut butter has been aged, it will move up 1 color profile. So that way, if you're at the farmer's market and you see a 20-year-old aged jar of peanut butter, but it's only a sandy beige color, then you know, hey, this is a scam, you're trying to trick me. Some Chinese manufacturers even go as far as adding artificial colors to their peanut butter to make it that kind of orangey color, to make consumers think the peanut butter has been aged. So that's why it's very important to check the labels and read the ingredients on your peanut butter. Unfortunately, there's no governing body for peanut butter, so you have to educate yourself. That's why the Rebel scale is so helpful. Now time for the fun part, the taste test. I'm gonna be eating this peanut butter the traditional way, which is on a hot dog. Just gonna grab a little peanut butter and just spread it along the hot dog. It's pretty simple, just spread it along. Perfect. This one's so liquidy you can almost pour it. I probably put on like $20 worth of peanut butter just there. Let's start with the cheap one. It's not bad, it's kind of lacking that mustardy flavor found in my favorite Nigerian stone ground peanut butter. If you had no other peanut butter to put on a hot dog, this would do you in a pinch. Okay, time for the expensive one. Oh wow, that's really good. It's got that kind of almost an earthy flavor to it. And it has a little bit of that mustardy flavor as well. I'm really surprised. I'm blown away. This is really good. I'm glad it has a bit of that mustardy flavor, otherwise I'd be a bit disappointed. I kind of want to say it's almost got a cinnamony flavor too, but not a sweet cinnamon flavor, if you know what I mean. Overall, this is probably one of the best hot dogs I've ever had. I dare say this peanut butter might have even overtaken my favorite Nigerian stone ground peanut butter. That's how good this is. I mean, it just works. I have a cool peanut butter story to share with you. During the Cold War, Czechoslovakia was actually working on a variety of peanuts that contained double the protein, so that way they could make double the protein peanut butter and give it to their soldiers. And they were successful, but they kept the recipe a secret, and America, tried multiple times to find out that secret, which actually led to the Bay of Pigs invasion, when they thought the recipe was in Cuba at the time. It's kind of obvious when you think about it. Bay of Pigs, BP, switch that around, PB, peanut butter. There you go. I just find it really interesting when peanut butter gets mixed in with history. I am hoping that at some point the recipe does surface. There have been rumors that it was discovered in Argentina and Brazil, but there's really been nothing to back up those claims. America has been working with different varieties of peanuts for years now, and it's still been unsuccessful. Another way peanut butter experts determine the quality of peanut butter is by doing a spread test. So first we're gonna take some of the expensive peanut butter, and we're just gonna take it and we're just gonna spread it across the plate here. Just give it a good spread like that. Right below that, we're then gonna spread our cheap peanut butter. When you're done, you should have something that looks like this. So what we're now gonna be looking for is streaks. So let's have a look. If you notice, in the expensive peanut butter, there's quite a lot of different streaks in it. Whereas the cheap peanut butter is very smooth. This shows us that the expensive peanut butter has a higher number of particulates in it. And particulates are what give peanut butter its flavor. The cheap peanut butter has been filtered of its particulates to give you that kind of smooth, easy spreading experience. So this peanut butter has done what most cheap peanut butters do, which is give you ease of use over flavor. We're not talking about chunky peanut butter, that's a whole nother category of peanut butter. These are both smooth peanut butters. This also gives us a really good view of the colors of each peanut butter and the ability to compare them. So if we had our Rebel scale with us, that would tell us that this one hasn't really been aged for any years at all, and this one has been aged for 10 years. As you can see, it's pretty much the same color as the 10-year profile. Let's mix these two together and make kind of our own hybrid color. As you can see, it's slightly more orangey. So say we bought some peanut butter that was advertised as being 10 years old, and it turned out to be this color. Looking on our Rebel chart, then we would know that, hey, this has actually only been aged for about 6 years. There would have been some trickery at play. There's one more benefit to spreading peanut butter on a plate like this, and that is flavor. When you spread the peanut butter on the plate, you are disrupting the flavor molecules, making them more fragrant and flavorful, leading to a better eating experience. So let's dip in. It just gives it that little boost of flavor, which just takes it up to a whole nother level. I didn't think this hot dog could get any better, but here we are. I've been studying peanut butter for over 20 years now, and there's one thing that always bothers me, is that person who's always like, hey, did you know peanuts? They're not actually nuts. They're legumes because they come in a pod. You know what else comes in pods? Tide. Does that make it a legume? No. Peanuts are actually closer nutritionally to other nuts because of their high fat content. So they're actually closer to nuts than they are to legumes and other beans. So really, I've had enough with people calling peanuts beans. They're nuts, okay? Just get over it. They're nuts that come in a different shell. It just really frustrates me, okay? We can move on from this segment before I get too heated. Making peanut butter yourself is very easy. All you're gonna need is some raw peanuts. Then you're going to roast those peanuts. Once you're done that, you blend them up until you have that peanut butter consistency. It's really that easy. But of course, there are tons of fake TikToks telling you can make peanut butter from your microwave.
This is the best way to make peanut butter. Watch till the end. See, wasn't that easy?
None of these are true, they're all fake. You can't make peanut butter in your microwave. I mean, it's TikTok, come on. What were you expecting? Actual useful information? So overall, the winner here is the expensive peanut butter because of its depth of flavor. It's just so much better. This peanut butter wasn't that bad though. It still had a good nutty flavor, but I would consider it more of a cracker peanut butter. This would be perfect on some saltines. And this one is best for putting on hot dogs. I just need to have a little bit more. Oh my gosh, it's so good. It's just so good. I'm gonna get more. I need more. It's so good.